Hello and welcome to TrixCorner. In this video, we will see to create a dependable list based on the value of other cells. For example, list of the city will depend on the state selected in other cells. There are couple of ways to do this, but we are going to use a very simple, quick and easy way. Before we start, do subscribe our channel TrixCorner for more interesting tutorials. Okay, so we are in our Excel file. I have this table with state and city column, where the city column will depend on the value selected in the state column. I have also created the list of cities in another sheet, which has all the states and cities that we are going to use. First, let's create a drop-down list for the state column. Go to Data tab, select on Data Validation and select List from the drop-down. Click on Source text box. Change the sheet and select the list of states. Then click OK. We have this drop down created for the state column. Now, for the drop down list in the city column, there is a different way, as the lists of cities are going to depend on the selected states. We have this list already created in another sheet and have given a heading of their respective states. In Excel, every cell has its name. For example, when I click on this cell, which has Karnataka as value, has a cell name as A2. For Maharashtra, the cell name is B2. Not only cells, but even lists can have their own name. In our case, we will name the list of cities as their respective state's name. That means this list of cities should be named as Karnataka, this as Maharashtra, and so on. In order to do this, select your first list, then press Ctrl and start selecting other lists one by one. Then go to Formula tab and select Create from Selection. Click on the check mark for top row, as the name of the list is on the top of our selected range. Now, when we select the list of Karnataka, we can see the name as Karnataka, so as Maharashtra, and so on. Back to our main sheet. We are going to use the indirect function to get a dependable list of cities. Let's see a short explanation of this indirect function. For example, we have something written in cell A1. So whenever we use the reference of A1 in the formula, the answer that we'll get is the same, which is in A1. Now, what indirect function does? When we give a reference of the cell as A1 in this function, the answer that we will get is not A1, but this function will take A1 as the address of a new cell and will try to find this address in our file. In our case, this function will redirect to cell A1 and will return the value which is in A1 cell. Now let's use this function in validation. Click on the cell where we want our validation to be applied. Go to Data tab and click on Data Validation. Select List and write the indirect function. As a reference cell, select cell where the state name is. That's it. We have our drop-down list based on the selection of other cells. That's all for this video. If you have learned something from this video, hit the like button and write your comments below. Thank you.